Our Shaykh students are, they number around 10,000 people, and every year at the annual Urs, which is when we remember our Shaykh in Blackburn, we have a march that goes through the streets of Blackburn. There's around 10,000 people, come to attend that.
Urs Mubarak is about the remembrance of the great Shaykh. When I met the Shaykh showed a loving way, this Sufi way to us.
Sufism is all to do with spirituality.
Love, peace and purity is the mission of the Shaykh, to spread this throughout England, especially youngsters.
When I met these people for the first time in my life, I was just totally shocked. I had never seen anything like this before in my life. I seen so much love, so much peace.
They help youngsters to change them on the inside.
It changes by example as well. If your heart was dead and they brought your heart back to life, what would you say to that person?
Our Shaykh, they didn't used to do many long speeches, and they used to say, when my speech is in the people that I've prepared.
In Sufism, if you haven't got love for your teacher, you'll never learn.
Urs Mubarak means a type of remembrance of a person. In this case, it would be our great Shaykh. Yeah. So Urs Mubarak is just an Arabic, Persian word, which has come back from many centuries. Yeah, and they still use this word today. But in English, yeah, we're talking about the remembrance of the great Shaykh. Yeah, our Shaykh Sufi Muhammad Aslam Sahib of Bradford. And the Urs Mubarak is just a way of sending blessings to those who have passed away. Because Islam has been portrayed in many, many different ways, the great Shaykh only kept Islam, only kept the tradition in Islam, meaning that there's three principles of Islam. If you keep these three principles of Islam together, people will always be successful, in changing people's life. It's peace, love and purity. Peace, love and purity is the whole concept of Islam. The great Shaykh touched on people right through these three principles, and obviously they changed hundreds and thousands of people's lives, especially in UK. The great Shaykh used to live in Bradford first for over 12 years, and then they moved over to Blackburn, But their work has spread worldwide as well, We're talking about in Europe and in the East, we're talking about Middle East, Saudi Arabia, even in America, So the great Shaykh's work has not just stayed within UK, but it's been spread worldwide as well. It's a type of spiritual knowledge which the great Shaykh puts across, Many people don't understand because the great men of Allah, they don't actually express themselves in a way of visually or anything like this. They express themselves through the practical life. So the great Shaykh's life was all based on the life of the Holy Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. The young youth of today, the young generation, they've been misled into many different things, into crime, into drugs and alcohol, and these type of things. It takes a Muslim away from the path of Islam. The great Shaykh has helped people like these. You see, the great Shaykh has helped the youth of today, like myself. The great Shaykh's work, it's been around prisons as well. They've helped people in different societies, in different social structures as well. The Toller Youth Association was actually founded in 1990, many years ago, and from there we actually wanted to base our this association within Bradford, within the main part of Bradford, where a lot of the riots have been as well. The Bradford riots have been in Bradford 8 and Bradford 9, and we wanted to pinpoint ourselves right in the middle so we can help those youth of today who are involved in these type of crime and these type of things. So we actually based our Toller Youth Association. What we do is we actually help the youth of today to come back to the grassroots, and to come back and to understand the religion of Islam again, to actually teach them that the whole way of living of Islam is not just to practice Islam, but it's to practice the whole way of life. The great Shaykh was very humble. They were very humble in their speech. They were very humble in their actions. They were soft-spoken. If you would have known them, they actually passed away in 1998. But even before that time, they were always very up and ready to go to new ventures, to go to new places. The great Shaykh was such a person that he would not speak much, but his words were spoken through his heart. It's been a universal message. It's not just been for Muslims, but it's been for people of different backgrounds, of different religions. The great Shaykh has supported many other religions, and not just physically, but they have helped them spiritually as well, spiritually and physically. Islam should be portrayed as a peace-loving way. That's the only message of Islam what the great Shaykh used to give, and that's been the most successful way. Islam and Christianity are very close, and these two religions were close from day one, from the beginning. So the Holy Prophet, peace be upon him, he did not come against the Christians, or he did not come against no other religion, but he did the opposite. He went with them.
दुश्मन भी जब डरते आवे गल मिल देने मुर्शद मेरा मौली वसे सोनिया शान वाला दिल मेरे बातें वाला रंग बरंगी दर इस्ते
Gatherings of Sufis has just finished at a special conference held at Blackburn's King George's Hall. The program started earlier in the afternoon when thousands marched through the streets. Much of the time, Sufism has remained as much a mystery in the West as it has in the East, and to enlighten us, we're joined by one of the organizers, Sufi Naveed and Tariq Mubin, a Sikh convert who are both followers of Sufi Nawabuddin. Gentlemen, good evening and welcome to the Asian Word. Now, at the end of the march, there was, as I mentioned a few moments ago, a conference held at King George's Hall. Tariq, what did the audience learn from this?
That's right, today there was a gathering of zikr in King George's Hall held under the supervision of our great beloved teacher, Hazrat Khwajah Shaykh Sufi Mohammad. And in this meeting, we first did a zikr mahfil, which is a recitation of the attributes of Allah, and basically tried to purify our intentions and our mind and our soul. And then there was a variety of scholars, young and old, people who had converted to Islam from previous backgrounds, people from prison, people from other areas, and there were other people that were reading poetry related to the Holy Prophet, may peace upon him, and to other great sheikhs of the past. And basically through this through this variety of people that were brought onto the stage, all the wide spectrum of people from young and old were taught something about the history, about the love of the Holy Prophet, may peace upon him. And basically it was there to try and unite the Muslim people again, and to try and give them some form of faith and belief while they are in this country.
You've recently converted from another religion, which was Sikhism. Just tell us about that particular significance, that experience that you went through.
Briefly, this experience was something that I went through while I was in prison, and as I started to realise while I was in prison that there was more to life than committing crime and coming back to prison and going out and committing crime and going back to prison, I realised there was something in life that I had to try and achieve, that I needed to find, that I needed to seek in order to give me some form of peace of mind. And I discovered this through Islam. And not only did I find this in Islam, but I found this through the teachings of Hazrat Khwajah Shaykh Sufi Mohammad. They were the ones that helped me when I was in prison, something that my parents couldn't even do for me. And they gave me that peace of mind when I was in prison. And through that, through the remembrance of zikr, the remembrance of Allah in the prison, and we used to sit with all the other Muslim brothers, and we used to sit in a gathering, which is the Sunnat Tariqah of the Holy Prophet, may peace upon him. We used to do the zikr of Allah, and all the brothers, all the people from other communities, other backgrounds, non-Muslims, Christians, Jews, Hindus, other people, they used to also come, just to find that sukoon and that peace of mind, because in prison there is a lot of, disturbed-minded people, and when people sit in this gathering, they used to get some peace of mind, their hearts used to get clean, and it attracted all other people, not only the prisoners, but prison officers as well.
Now, you mentioned your parents just a few moments ago. How did your family react to your conversion?
Initially, they were very shocked, but when they started to realise that my life was changing, that I started to change my bad habits, and that my heart started to change, my mouth started to change, the things I was saying, the things I used to look at, my whole appearance started to change inside and internally and externally. They were very happy about this, because they realised that I could now become independent and become a normal law-abiding citizen.
Now, apart from the spiritual benefits, how does your life differ, say, from practical terms on a daily basis?
The only real thing that differs is the fact that now I have priorities that are beyond, say, the materialistic things in life. I know I have to work to earn a living. This is common sense, and I know that I have to get married in order to provide for family. But this is also part of Islam as well, and Islam covers every angle and aspect of life. And I'm very grateful to Hazrat Khwajah Shaykh Mohammad Sufi himself for giving me this opportunity to regain my confidence and to bring me back into the community as a proper person.
Gentlemen, many thanks for joining us on the Asian Word.
मुर्शद मेरा मोहरी वसे सोनिया शान वाला दिल मेरे नू रोशन करदा पागा बोतियां मुर्शद मेरा मोहरी वसे सोनिया शान वाला दिल मेरे नू रोशन करदा.
The great Shaykh said once when a man asked him that, how have you become such a man as you are? How have you influenced the thousands of people today? How are you such an influential man in the Islamic world? And the great Shaykh answered in such humbleness. In just a few words, the great Shaykh said, have you seen the sun? On a full bright day, the sun's rays are so powerful that they enrich the earth and they enrich the creation. And the sun's rays can make a seed grow into a plant, and a plant grow into a tree, very strong in its roots. The great Shaykh said, I am like the sun. I do not change my position, but the rays of the sun is like my spiritual knowledge. I can enrich the people's hearts. They are the creation. The spiritual knowledge which I have received from the Holy Prophet can enrich the creation's hearts, and this influences them, and this changes their lives.
ਉੱਠ ਹੱਡਿਆ ਅੱਜ ਵੇ